6 feet in the ground, cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Oliver Anthony's smash hit viral song, Richmond, North of Richmond. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me about this. I covered it on my live stream on Saturday, and shout out to you guys who were there. I appreciate y'all for joining. But a lot of you guys have been asking for it. Say, hey, man, what's your thoughts on that? I know you're from Virginia. What is your take on what he was talking about in the song? Now, we're going to get to the full video reaction, all that. But first things first. So Oliver Anthony is the guy behind the song. He's from Farmville, Virginia. This is a small town in central Virginia, probably about an hour or so west of Richmond. And we're going to talk about the significance of Richmond and north of Richmond in just 1 minute. But he's from a small town. There's like a college there called Longwood, not making it up. So small town, country boy, making it big, from Virginia. I'm from Virginia, born in West Virginia, so I'm a small town guy as well. So I got to talk about what's happening here. And before I go any further, let's jump straight into it. I will link to this video, of course, in the description box. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true.
Now, I got to pause it here and there because I'm not quite sure who he has behind him, if it's going to be any kind of copyright claim or whatever. But I like the tone so far. Okay, I'm loving the full red beard. Shout out to all the Scots Irish and everybody. And I like the hunting blind behind him. I like the setting in general. He might be in his backyard somewhere in Farmville or somewhere in Virginia. Let's keep on going.
But it is, oh it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have total control.
Now, when I first heard of the title, Richmond, North of Richmond, I didn't quite put two and two together. But as I was listening to the song more and more, it's like, oh, okay, where is Richmond? And then what's north of Richmond? And what rich men live north of Richmond, Virginia? Okay, I'm from Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads, Seven City area. And then Richmond is north of that. North of Richmond, Washington, D.C. You know where we're going.
Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, north of Richmond.
So you're talking about taxes and your dollar's not going nowhere, the inflation. Who's responsible for that? People in Washington, D.C. making laws. And a lot of these things that they do north of Richmond in D.C. and D.C. metro area also happen in Virginia's government, which affects us in Virginia very negatively. I don't live in VA anymore, but when I was there, a lot of the policies up north would affect us. Prime example before we get back to the song. There is a town called Bristol, Virginia. And there's also a town called Bristol, Tennessee. It's the same town separated by a line, basically. Tennessee side, Virginia side. The Virginia side went bankrupt because of the laws in, a lot of times, Northern Virginia. But the Tennessee side of Bristol did not go bankrupt, and it was thriving.
I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame. What?
Now, we talking about the welfare, people on welfare, 5'3", 300 pounds. That's a real thing. Okay, but people are starving in the street, nothing to eat, nowhere to live at. Meanwhile, people getting fat, crazy, happy, and all this, the food stamps and everything else, black, white, Puerto Rican candy stripe, all that going on. And then when he said protect the minors rather than looking out for some minors on the island, that was a good, what they call that? Is that a double entendre? Maybe that's the wrong phrase or term, but minors as in coal miners, look out for them rather than some Jeffrey Epstein type stuff.
The world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, north of Richmond.
All right. My main man, Oliver Anthony, Richmond, north of Richmond.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Radio WV, is that West Virginia? So yeah, shout out to my main man again, Oliver Anthony. That song was called Richmond, north of Richmond. It is going mega viral all over the place. He is blowing up and I like it. And of course, there's going to be people that have criticism. They're going to say, oh, this is normie kind stuff. Boomer chic. I don't know. It's all kind of random stuff they say about this guy. They're saying that he's omitting certain verses of the song about the 300-pound welfare when he performs the song live. It's all kind of stuff like that. But of course, people are going to hate and they're going to criticize whenever you're blowing up. And even me personally, I'm not necessarily a big fan of like political music in general. But I mean, that song was right on it. It was right on point. I mean, me being from Virginia, I was able to really grasp it because that was a problem with when I was in Virginia. The people that live north of Richmond, he was talking about DC, in my opinion. But once you get into the outside areas of DC, Northern Virginia has 1/3 of the state's voting population. 1/3 is right up there in Northern Virginia. And a lot of them are super liberal. It's like, think about San Francisco. Northern Virginia is to Virginia as San Francisco and Los Angeles is to California. Without those two big cities, you would have a more conservative state. Without Northern Virginia, Virginia would be just like Georgia, somewhere like that. It'd be much more conservative. When I was a kid, Virginia was a red state. It was all red. But as Northern Virginia began to expand, because DC expanded, because government expanded, that made Northern Virginia a DC bedroom, and that turned the state blue permanently. And the laws and whatnot that get passed up there, that get lobbied for up there, affect the entire state negatively. And that's a problem. And then once you kind of zoom out, the laws that are made in DC on the federal level affect the entire nation. So Richmond, north of Richmond, definitely hits home for me. Being from Virginia, I can relate to that guy right there. He's from Farmville. That's a little bit further out than where I grew up in Virginia Beach, Norfolk, 7 City, 757 Hampton Roads area. But I've been through there. I've been all around the state. I understand exactly what he was talking about 100%. And I hope this guy has continued success and it's not just viral for the moment, flash in the pan, and you don't hear from him anymore. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what said you? How do you feel about Oliver Anthony's song Richmond, North of Richmond? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Did you appreciate and grasp the message? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. Typically, not really a big fan of political music, but if it's a good message and I can relate to it, I don't really care. Okay, all of what I had before, like, I appreciated that song and the message, and hopefully, as I said, he has continued success. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.